Hello guys, welcome back. Konnichiwa. Herzlich willkommen. So my friends, I want to give you a chart analysis here on Tilray brands. Very popular stock. I would almost call it a meme stock. Ticker is TLRY. And I show you here all the price levels which I'm waiting for or watching for and how I will trade the stock if we could see here a potential short squeeze or not. Everything what I say is not financial advice. This is my opinion based on the chart. Yo, guys, when we start with the blank chart, it doesn't look too good for Tilray. When we zoom out, then we can see that, yeah, we are here in something like an accumulation between 50 US dollar and the all-time low $3.50. That's why, yes, there is a lot of potential to the upside, but we can, of course, also go much, much lower. So make your own due diligence before you want to invest in the stock. However, guys, there are some very interesting chart signals which we have. And of course, compared to the all-time low, which we had here in 2025 at $3.50. We recovered by that with a potential algo short squeeze here of 550%. Now we're trading still around 100% above the all-time low. So let's go here in detail how to measure what could happen next. I will start with the indicators first. And most important, guys, what we have right now is only one open down gap here in the weekly chart or also in the daily chart. I'm now here in the weekly chart, and this open down gap is about to get filled. We had now here a reverse stock split from a 1 to 10 ratio. That's why I show you here a brand new chart, guys, and all price levels which you will see here are split adjusted. So please watch the video until the end when I enable the drawings. $6.80, guys, is the only open down gap here in the weekly chart which we have. And this is here, by the way, my gap indicator pro, guys, which shows you here in the table the potential up and down gaps. You can use that in all time frames. I will show you that here, of course, also in the daily chart where we have some hidden potential signals. And the thing about the open gaps is, guys, especially open down gaps after a squeeze like that the chance that these gaps get filled is about 90%. This is what basically happens in the stock market, guys. The market makers use these gaps as a potential, algo landing zone, landmark, call it whatever you want. But the chance that we will fill this gap is about 90%, guys. So what we have right now is, since we had this spike, the peak of the spike was here in the $23 range, and we corrected already here by almost 70%, which is good, guys, and that is still a healthy and natural correction. My personal rule is 77%, guys. Yeah, this is a perfect correction. 77% would mean we end up somewhere here in the $5 range. And I will show you also here one significant price level, which I'm closely watching here for Tilray, and maybe open there a long position for a potential breakout or squeeze play. So then we can see that we have here the EMA lines, guys. This is my own EMA line indicator. Of all indicators which I'm showing you here are my own indicators, guys, and they are available in the video description if you want to get them. We have very powerful tools here. A lot of people using already here one of my most popular indicators, the so-called RSI Indicator Pro. It may look like the TradingView RSI, guys, but this is a completely different indicator. And what is interesting here for Tilray, and what also showed me that we have here a lot of short activity going on, because as you all know, the market bottom, for any stock, for Bitcoin, for stocks, for assets, the market bottom after the market fakeout was the 7th and 8th of April in 2025. So what we can see, when we zoom in here to the 7th of April 2025, as I said, I'm here in the weekly chart. We had here a Powerball signal on my RSI Ultimate indicator, guys. This is a very, very strong and bullish signal, followed up by a bullish divergence with a bull alert signal before this 500% squeeze, right? The thing is, guys, that even we had here the Powerball signal, the price still went down. And when we measure that here, guys, the price still dropped 20%. That was just a short attack, guys. So we have here already the confirmation that the bull stepped in here in the $4 range, $4.38, $4.50. Here was the moment where the bull stepped in. The market makers drove the price down. Even we had here very bullish activity. And that is exactly the reason why you have these technical algo reactions here. And in that case, we had here a 550%, almost 580% squeeze. Now, guys, we have here the bear alert signal, or we had the bear alert signal. So this RSI ultimate indicator works, of course, in both directions. If you see a bear alert or a bear attack signal, this is the strongest signal here. We had here a bear attack signal back in 2021, and now we had a bear alert signal, which is also a very bearish signal on the RSI ultimate. And as you can see, this signal is marked here with an orange candle in the chart, and exactly when we had this signal, Tilray started to plummet and drop, guys. So as I said, it's a very helpful indicator. Yeah, just go here in the video description if you want to get it. So what I'm waiting for, guys, in the perfect trading world is that we again get here some bull alert signals, or even better, a Powerball signal. However, guys, I think a Powerball signal don't has to appear just because we are still here in a bullish structure when we just related here on this 580% squeeze. So let's switch to the daily chart, and then we enable also the drawings. So, and in the daily chart, we can see we have here a lot of open gaps waiting for Tilray, guys. The closest open gap, we had here a gap down. The closest open gap in the daily chart based on the actual price is waiting at $9.86. That would mean a 36% breakout potential, or just a small pump, right? But the open gap afterwards, this price is waiting in the $25 range, and that could bring already here a 250% squeeze. The gap indicator pro marks always here the open gaps with green lines and the closed gaps with these green boxes, guys. So you can see it was the same here. We had a lot of gap downs here for Tilray. Gap down 1, here the second gap down, another gap down, and then with this squeeze, all these open gaps have been filled, and there has been the attempt to close this $25 gap as well. We could not make it here in the daily chart. That's why I say that could be one of the price marks here, landing zone in future. What we do have, guys, right now in the daily chart is a Powerball signal, guys. There is already a Powerball signal and bull alert signal. So the same constellation which we had in April here before this squeeze, guys, is building up in the daily chart. Not yet in the weekly chart, but in the daily chart. That's why I want to show you that video here right now. This is the reason why I do that, because I want to always, I try to predict short squeeze. I hate FOMO. That makes no sense to FOMO in, guys. And I have a lot of short squeeze predictions already here on Patreon. We had this short squeeze here last week. I released the video on Patreon here on November 7, guys, Friday. Yeah, then you can see I also said to my members where I expect the price to go. I will show you the same here for Tilray. The price came down in this blue box, guys, and squeezed 114% and also closed here the open gap. That's why I say this is one of my missions. Nobody can see the future, guys. There is never a guarantee, but I always try to inform you about potential upcoming moves before they happen. If you want to join us, guys, if you want to see my latest squeeze predictions, it's not only about squeezes, guys. We have a lot of content available on Patreon. I focus here mainly on educating people, guys. That's why I give you here very easy to read chart setups here on Patreon. You can read the benefits by yourself, guys. Yeah, we have a huge community here, and I think the trading tutorials here are also very, very helpful for everybody. And besides that, we have a lot of member-only content. The link patreon.com/blackbelttrader is, of course, also available in the video description, guys. There will a price increase coming up for Patreon. So this is here maybe the last week where you can get the memberships to a discounted price, guys. So be quick right now and join if you want. So guys, now let's enable the drawings. We can also check the gap indicator in the 4 hours chart. Yes. And you can see in the 4 hours chart, the lowest open down gap which we have is $6.50, guys. So that is what in a perfect trading world need to happen. We close the gap and maybe start to see a rebound or bottom building from there. So then let's now switch on the drawings, guys, and I will switch off the indicators that we only focus on the drawings. And it's very simple, guys. This is where we are right now. As I mentioned before, I think that the bottom for Tilray was in here somewhere in the $4.60, $4.30 range, yeah? And we should, in a perfect trading world, come not lower like this in future. However, we're still trading here in a descending trend channel pattern. And usually the trend channel bottom force a stock to squeeze. That's not only for Tilray, that's for any stock in the market. And the top line here is the resistance. If Tilray can break out of this top line here, which would wait today here in the $17 range, then guys, we can talk about a short squeeze, and I can show you that right now. The short squeeze landing zone is between $27.50 and $36. But guys, most important, yeah, the main bull run trigger, aka algo resistance. This is only my opinion based on the chart, guys, not financial advice. Yeah, the bull run trigger algo resistance is $11.40. This is what we have to break in order to see a breakout back to $17 or even breakout out of this pattern here if you want to see a short squeeze. Keep that in mind. The range here, which we have right now, the complete range here is around 390%, which could just mean here an algo squeeze right back in this in the range of this trend channel pattern. So that is already huge. And that's why I'm waiting here for the bull signals, bullish signals. We have them on the daily RSI, not yet on the weekly RSI ultimate, but we have still the open gaps, guys. And that's why I think the last point of support, if this is still a bullish setup for Tilray, if here the short squeeze is possible, we talk about an LPS, which means last point of support at $5.60. So in a perfect trading world, we don't go below $5.60 and could see a squeeze or even a rebound coming up from here. If we break that level, guys, then I'm afraid that we will see here a retest here of this bottom trend line, guys. And you can see based on today, that would mean $3.47 or even lower. This is what the chart is showing me, and that is what I want to share with you. So to summarize that up, perfect trading world, guys, we closed the open gap here at $6.80, $6.50 in the 4 hours chart. So somewhere here between $6.50 and $5.60 could be a potential support. And if we hold that support, guys, can rebound from there or even build something like a bottom, then a squeeze back to $9.86 or even $17 is technically possible. A short squeeze, guys, only will happen if we break here $17, $16 depending here on the day, and then the algo landing zone for Tilray is between $27.50 and 36 US dollar. My friends, that was my update for you on Tilray. If you want to see more videos like that, then I have my so-called like indicator. If you push this video here above 300 likes within 48 hours, guys, I will do more videos on Tilray, because I just want to produce content which you want to see, guys. If you don't want to see updates doing me updates on Tilray, guys, you don't need to like that video. Thank you so much, guys, for your time. Thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next one. Arigatou gozaimasu, vielen Dank, alles Gute und bis zum nächsten Video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.